Hey guys, slight change of mood for this post. Now don't panic, it's not going to be about me being down the dumps, because that's far from the truth. I'm enjoying life at the moment. No, it's more to do with something that I spotted about a week or so before coming back up to Bolton to resume uni. About a day or so before I headed back to Bolton to take digs in my halls room for this year, I came across something related to something I've long been interested in but never actually seen in the flesh until now. But no, in all seriousness, it's to do with, amongst in no small part, the Victoria Cross. For the record, for those who don't know about the way awards are given out here in the UK, the Victoria Cross is the highest award for gallantry in the military, and as such it's the highest award for gallantry, the highest award period in the UK. But how does this relate to my trip to central London a short time before going to uni? Well, I came across the jewellers where it's made. Yes, I was walking along Piccadilly and came across Burlington Arcade, located in which is the very jewellers where the Victoria Cross is made. And wow, if ever there was a more unlikely setting for an award being made, it'd be there. That's not to be confused, of course, with the highest civilian award for gallantry, which is the George Cross. Slightly different look to them, you could say. The George Cross is a shiny silver colour, whereas the Victoria Cross isn't. No, the Victoria Cross, believe it or not, is fabricated from heavily used bronze, specifically from a captured cannon in the Crimean War. The metal itself is, according to research I've found anyway, it's actually not worth that much, relatively speaking, of course. But it's a gesture to say that the medal itself is not the important factor. It's the action that led to the award being given that is the thing that should be remembered and revered as such. Even though many of the recipients are modest in that sense, believing that they were just carrying out their duties. Of course, all VC stories and all VC winners are remarkable. However, my favourite VC tale was from one of the participants in the ill-fated Bridge Too Far mission, as it became known. Major Robert Cain VC. That mission, if it wasn't for his actions, which I'll get to in a minute, should have resulted in miserable failure, and in a way it kind of did end in miserable failure, Because the biggest problem that the Allied forces encountered was, to say the least, horrible timing. The whole point of troops being parachuted in, or glided in, as Cain was surprise, emerging behind enemy lines. But because he and his men arrived an entire day after the main force, where was the surprise? It was gone. So the enemy knew that he was coming, they knew where he was going, they knew where he landed, and they had more than the means to do something about it. Fight after fight ensued, and Cain, reeling from losing man after man in his group, to say the least, I can't think of the right phrase, destroyed tank after tank, killed enemy soldier after enemy soldier, and showed complete and utter disregard for his own life. And by doing so, saved his group, the men he was fighting with, from capture. As his commanding officer put it, it was the finest VC of the whole war. He knows best, or knew best I should say. It's hard to argue, even if all VC stories, like I said, are remarkable.